You were in this position last year, I think 0-3 Big Ten start. You were able to pull your way out and get to the NCAAs. Is that something you can kind of draw on as you're in this position?
Well, I hope so. You know, I think we have to look at that as something we've already accomplished. We have to play better than we've played in these first 3 games. We lost to 3 really good teams, but you know, we have to not foul as much, not turn it over as much. I mean, we're doing some things that make it hard. We're doing some good things, and I'm proud of that. We've got to be able to focus on the good things we did tonight and correct some of the things that need to be corrected.
Some of the turnovers just kind of seemed careless. I guess, what did you see go wrong?
Yeah, I agree. We had very uncharacteristic turnovers in the first half in particular. Now, we had them in both halves, but you know, we had it going pretty good offensively in the first half, had a lead, and you know, they got some turnovers that turned into baskets. Like the live ball turnovers, as you know, always turn into points. And you know, they're a hard team to stop anyway, but you don't want to give them breakaway opportunities and easy baskets.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Fran, you mentioned the turnovers and fouls. Is part of that mixing in some young players and a new face in Cricky, or is that just that this team hasn't gelled yet?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, we got some youth. You know, they have to get used to playing on the road and in an environment like this. But we foul way too much. I mean, you can't put, this team's too good to put on the free throw line 35 times. You know, they were in the double bonus relatively early in the second half. And it's hard to come back when you do that.
Fran, just looking at the numbers in the second half, you guys shoot 50% from the field, 40% from 3. Like, that's the type of half that you guys usually thrive in. I guess what didn't work that allowed Wisconsin?
We fouled too much. I mean, you just look at, that's one thing you look at. 42 points in the paint, so we give up a little bit too much there. And some of those, like I said, were turnovers, but 35 free throws, you can't win.
Go ahead, pass the mic.
Do you feel like you guys are still trying to kind of figure out your identity? Do you feel like you guys have what?
Yeah, I think you know, I'm comfortable with what our identity is. You know, we just have to play better than we played tonight.
Talk about the fouls, but specifically Cricky was only on the floor for about 20 minutes because of foul trouble. How big a factor and hindrance was that?
Well, you know, he's our leading scorer. He's one of our best go-to guys. He's somebody that the opponent has to really pay attention to. So we kind of need him out there. And it also makes us smaller. You know, of course, I can put a bigger guy in, which I did with Logi, and then I put Brock. So we'll kind of go either way. But he gives you a bigger presence against a team that has 2 really good low post offensive players.
Michael.
Wisconsin had also some uncharacteristic turnovers early. I guess, was there any thought of maybe slowing things down and, you know, letting themselves take themselves out of the game?
No, that's just not who we are. We're always going to try to quicken the pace, no matter who we're playing against. We're typically more comfortable in that type of game anyway. But you're right. I mean, they did have a couple early that they typically don't have. But we did too.
Any more questions for Coach?